I know, I'm late. I'm sorry. I'm whispering right now because it's 3:30 in the morning. I don't want to wake up anybody in my house. The reason why I'm posting late for the second week in a row, there's a couple of reasons. For one, tomorrow marks the 14th day in a row that I've been working. I've just been working nonstop. I've been thinking about this topic all week. I think this topic is super interesting. It's something that I've thought a lot about and wanted to put a lot of effort into, and hopefully it's of some value. Personally, I'd like to talk most with my early 20s self. That advice would be more useful. First, I would talk to my 7-year-old self and just tell my 7-year-old self to avoid negative emotions. They really don't help you. Next, I would tell my 14-year-old self to avoid video games and the internet and stuff like that that just gobbles up way too much time. I regret not using my teenage years to socialize. Social calibration came so late to me and was such a difficult endeavor because I didn't really socialize. I would also tell my 14-year-old self that to know that life will not work out in the linear fashion that I expected it to, but nonetheless, it'll be good. Life is always going to throw you curveballs, and you have to readjust to it instead of being thrown off track. Learn sort of universal skill sets, anything that has to do with communication, psychology, writing. Master those forms of communication because no matter what you do, no matter what job you do, you have to deal with humans, unfortunately, just to make life easier to navigate. Most importantly, I would talk to my 21-year-old self. I don't really want to go into deep specifics of what I would talk about in terms of philosophy because it will deeply offend a lot of people. But just to get a grasp of the tip of the iceberg, the first thing I would say is do not trust anybody 100%. What distinguishes a truly respectable person, in my opinion, is someone who not only keeps their word to others, but keeps their word to themselves. And most people don't do that. Among other things, I would also tell my 21-year-old self, essentially going for goals, having ambitions, whatever they may be. I would also probably emphasize that life is not a right, it is a gift. You really should view life as a gift that you should absolutely pursue with that in mind. What's the purpose of life is assigning a judgment or a value that there should be a purpose. There is none, other than that which you assign to it. That's pretty cool. You get to carve out your own destiny. The universe is too big to give a damn about us. If you don't make up your mind or if you don't make decisions for yourself, there are plenty of other people that will do it for you and want to do it for you, so don't let that happen. In general, 21-year-old self, set realistic goals, realize that things don't happen overnight. You have to find satisfaction in the process of something, not in, okay, I do a lot of work and then boop, I get it. You can't just exercise a lot and then be like, okay, that's the end of it, never have to do it again. It's a process. More recently, over the past 6 to 8 months, I developed a model that's been working for me. Health, prosperity, and passion. Those are sort of the three big categories that I use to categorize certain goals that I have for health. It's along the lines of nutritional foods, fitness, exercise. Prosperity is everything having to do with financial gains and securing that in the future. Passions is just all the things that interest me that I want to do more of. I just try to keep a balance of those. Say, for example, if I don't have the health locked in, that's going to affect my performance. And things I'm passionate about, it's going to affect the prosperity thing as well. Everything you do affects you. If you skip laundry one day just because you're lazy and you want to watch TV, that has a psychological impact that affects all the actions you do, and these things compound. And in the words of Bill and Ted, be excellent always, or whatever the hell they say. I forget what it is. Comments on last week's videos. I don't really have any. I watched all your videos. The My Drunk Kitchen ones were pretty funny. It's late. I'm gonna be late for work tomorrow because I'm not gonna get any sleep. Keep making those good videos, guys, okay?